This is the Trigon Toolkit. Let me show you how it can help your game. Let's cover everything that's included in this kit. First of all, we got the Trigon Mirror that's made out of stainless steel and double-sided to double the lifespan and for it to be extremely durable. It also comes with a shoulder alignment mirror with graphics on the back. You will have some marbles that you can use indoors to create an indoor start line. And if you're outdoors, you can also use the included tees. Then we have a cloth that can help you remove fingerprints off the mirror. And then on the other side of the case, we have two items. We have a retractable string box, which we will show you how to use later on in this video, and two chalk pens. Let's start on a straight putt then. The first thing we want to do is to just align the Trigon correctly. So I've already made sure that this one is straight, but you can hit a couple of putts and make a couple of adjustments with the aim of the Trigon before you start, but that looks pretty darn good, so let's go from there. We're going to start by creating a start line gate, and if you look at the front of the Trigon, you got 4 holes, and they're there to help you create a start line gate. So take 2 of your tees, put them in the holes. If you're feeling really good about your putting, you can use the hole at the front, which create a smaller gate. If you want to start out and make it a little bit simpler, you can use the back holes to make the gate just a little bit bigger. And then at the back edge of the Trigon, you got another 4 holes, and they're there to be able to create a gate for your putter head to make sure that you're hitting it out of the center of the club face. We've now created a start line gate and a putter head gate with the tees. So now we're gonna focus on the setup. And that's where we're gonna use the shoulder alignment mirror. So we're gonna put it right at the bottom edge of the Trigon, making sure that it lays flush to the edge and that the line graphics is facing upwards. Now when we look down in the mirror, we're gonna be able to see if our shoulders are square, open, or shut. After we made sure that the shoulders are perfectly square, we have to make sure that the head is also in the right position. If you look down in the Trigon mirror, we want to have the left eye pretty much right on top where the golf ball would be. And we also want to make sure that the eye line, the center of our eyes, is directly on top of the center line in the Trigon or just below it. Your setup should now be in a good place, but if you want to take it just one step further and be even more precise, you can use the graphic measurements that you can find on the back side of the shoulder alignment mirror to check exactly how far away you're standing from the golf ball. So if we put it right at the bottom edge of the Trigon, then take our stance, making sure that the eyes is exactly where we want to be, right there, and then use an alignment stick or golf club and place it just outside of your toes. You can now see exactly how far away you're standing from the back edge of the Trigon. So for me, it's pretty much perfectly on the 7-inch mark. So every time I practice my putting, I'm gonna start out by measuring exactly how far away I wanna stand from the golf ball. So I know I should be at the 7-inch mark. So I put an alignment stick there, then I remove the alignment mirror, or the shoulder alignment mirror, put it back where it's supposed to be. And now when I take my stance, I'm gonna make sure that my shoulders are square, that my head is in the right position, and that I'm standing the exact same distance from the golf ball every time I practice. If you're a player that likes to hit putts off grass, we have included the putting chalk pens. So let me show you how you can use these chalk pens to create a similar setup, but on top of the grass. After you made sure that the Trigon is perfectly aligned towards the hole, you can use the chalk pens to make a straight chalk line behind the back edge of the Trigon and then make a dot in the center cutouts in the middle back and middle front of the Trigon. Then go ahead and remove the Trigon and align the 2 center dots with the help for the shoulder alignment mirror and then make a straight line in between them. Then you can put the tees back in the same holes and you now have a similar setup on top of the grass. Now let's cover how we can use this retractable string to improve our putting. The retractable string is designed to help you align the Trigon to an aim point. And we got a breaking putt here from right to left, and this is a great way to help you work on your green reading. So I'm just gonna go up here, place a tee next to the hole, at the aim point where I believe I have to start this ball for it to break into the hole with the right speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here. Now, all you have to do is to put that retractable string so that it attaches to the gate, pull back the string, and now make sure that you align the center line of the Trigon so that it matches the string right there. So now I know that the Trigon putting mirror is perfectly aligned to the tee. So now I'm gonna hit a couple of putts, and I'm actually gonna use the marbles here that you can put in the holes in the front to create a start line gate. We included the marbles mainly for indoor use, where you can't put tees into the ground because of the mat, but it works perfectly for this case here, because if we need to make any adjustments to the aim, we don't have to take out the tees each time. So now I'm gonna go ahead and see if my aim was correct, because if I hit this putt without hitting the marbles, I know that I've started the putt directly towards my aim point where the tee is. So let's see if this was the correct read. Oof. As you can see there, I didn't read it with enough break. So I'm gonna have to make an adjustment. I'm gonna have to move the tee a little bit further up, align the Trigon again with the string towards that tee, and in that way you can train yourself to read greens better. Most golfers are under reading every putt, so this is gonna expose you real quick to see how good you are at reading greens. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to use the Trigon and the shoulder alignment mirror to calibrate your stroke length to improve your distance control. I'll place the shoulder alignment mirror with the ruler side facing up right behind the Trigon, and I'm going to use those measurement graphics to see exactly how far back I swing the putter and then see how far the ball rolls out from that point. So on this putt right here, I'm gonna swing it back to the 7-inch mark, which is pretty much to my right toes. And then let's see how far the ball rolls out from that point. Okay, so that was pretty much exactly to the 7-inch mark. 1, 2, 3 steps, which is about 10 feet. So now I know if I swing the putter head back 7 inches, the ball will roll out 10 feet on these greens. This is a great process that you can use to calibrate different greens. If you play at a lot of different courses, this is a great way to start. Obviously, you can measure a longer backswing and then see how far the ball rolls out from, let's say, 14 inches back instead of 7. Maybe that's around 20 feet. And this is a great way to feel just a little bit more comfortable on the golf course when you're faced with a certain distance, because you know exactly how far back you should be swinging that putter head for the ball to go that distance. We hope that you will love the Trigon Toolkit, and if you look at the back of the case, there's a QR code, and if you scan that, you're going to be directed to a bunch of drills and how to use videos that can help you improve the way you practice with the Trigon Toolkit.